was waking up every morning with just horrible fatigue.
Before I came here, my health was pretty sad. I had multiple issues, and the normal doctors that I was going to didn't want to find the source of the problem. They just wanted to keep covering it up with prescription.
I have been under care here at Yoast for about 4 months. I came here just in a mess, and now I have no more brain fog, no more fatigue as much.
And it completely changed. Within a week, I felt so much better.
Do you feel like you've tried everything but your body still isn't responding? What if I told you that everything you've been taught about your health is completely backwards? And what if I also told you that the people you saw just a moment ago, they didn't heal because of a pill or a quick fix or even a perfect diet. They healed because we finally addressed the one thing almost nobody talks about, the actual cause of their symptoms. So hi, I am Dr. Heather Yoast. I'm the founder of Yost Wellness Center, and what I'm about to share with you might be one of the most important things you've heard about your health. The one thing those patients did differently is that they stopped just treating the symptom and they finally started treating the root cause. So let me explain with something simple. So imagine you go for a walk, but with a pebble inside your shoe. It hurts, but you ignore it. So you pop a few Tylenol and the next day the pain gets worse. So you take more Tylenol, but eventually your foot is bruised. Maybe it's bleeding, but you still don't take out the pebble. That's exactly what happens with things like fatigue, hormone issues, autoimmune problems, anxiety, depression, weight gain, irritable bowel syndrome, brain fog, all of it. You're given a diagnosis, but the diagnosis doesn't tell you why it's happening. You're given medication, but the medication doesn't remove the root cause. So the symptoms continue, more medication, more diagnoses, all because the pebble was never removed. Listen, I see this every day. Brilliant, strong, capable people who have just never, not once, been told the real reason why they feel the way that they feel. And so years ago, I was actually in your shoes. I was, on the outside, I looked perfectly healthy. I'm like a young mom and doctor, but on the inside, I was suffering. And it all began after a mold exposure, and my joints became so painful. My husband had to help me walk down the stairs. My children had to help me get dressed. And so I landed up at Mayo Clinic, and I went through months of scans, x-rays, biopsies, testing. And finally, I was given the label of autoimmune disorder. And I was told, you're gonna be on immune suppressing medication for the rest of your life. This cannot be me. I mean, something inside me said, this cannot be my story. And that's when I found functional medicine. And I stopped guessing, I started testing, and I found the why behind all of this. And over time, I got my life back. And that experience, it changed everything for me personally, obviously, professionally as well, because now I get to help people the same way that I was helped. And at our clinic, we consistently find 6 biological root causes that drive most chronic health problems. I mean, most patients actually, they don't have just one. I mean, they have several at the same time. And that's why we use advanced functional testing, not just basic blood panels. Our tests typically, they cost over $1,500, but we've negotiated cash rates of $299 to about $485, with most around approximately $425. So you're not limited by insurance or outdated lab ranges. And we don't just look for what's normal, we look for what's optimal, because problems show up in functional ranges long before they show up in medical ranges, just like cavities show up in x-rays long before you're gonna need a root canal or a tooth extraction. We have helped thousands of people who were exhausted, inflamed, depressed, confused, and convinced that for them, nothing was gonna work. But once we removed their pebble, the root cause, everything changed. And this next part it's so important. And I want you to hear me when I say, when you try to heal alone, research and statistics show the long-term success rate is only about 5%. But when you do this with dedicated support, a guide who walks you through the steps, your success rate actually jumps to like 90 to 95%. And that is what a dedicated functional medicine provider does. We make real-time adjustments. We help you avoid the pitfalls that most people fall into. And we help you get results faster and with far less frustration. So right now, I get it. You're kind of standing at a crossroads. I mean, one path is what you've already been doing. Maybe it's more medications, maybe it's more guessing, maybe it's more time or more doctors, maybe some of them telling you that all of this is normal or part of aging. The other path, that's getting real answers. That's removing the pebble. It's getting your life back. Because you have to ask yourself, where will you be in 6 months, 9 months if nothing changes? Where will you be in 5 years if nothing changes? And if you feel skeptical, I get it. I mean, every patient that you saw earlier, they felt a level of skepticism as well. The only difference between them and where you are now is that they chose to take action despite their doubts. And here's what working with us looks like. We can talk in person or virtually. We will review your goals, your health story, what you've tried, what's worked, what hasn't, what's your biggest frustration, and we actually listen. And step 2 is functional testing. If it is a good fit, we order your labs and we look at everything through functional ranges, not just medical thresholds. And then step 3 is your personalized plan. We start with an initial intensive 4 to 6 month guided program with tailored prescribed supplements, nutrition, lifestyle, coaching, and continued adjustments as needed so that your body finally heals. In life, there are really 2 ways to learn life lessons. It's the harder way, which is years of trial and error, wasted time, wasted money, feeling worse, wondering if anything's gonna change. And by the way, I get it, change is so hard. So there's kind of hard versus harder. And yes, it might be hard to make some of these changes. But again, working with somebody who knows how to help you get to where you wanna go without the pain of figuring it out on your own is easier. So your symptoms, your fatigue, your pain, your weight gain, your brain fog, your hormonal imbalances, your anxiety, they are not just inconvenient or annoying. They are robbing you of enjoying your life. And waiting will always cost you more than just taking action, any action. So let me ask you, what would your life look like if nothing changed? And what would your life look like if it finally did? So if you haven't scheduled a consultation already, please click the link below to schedule that complimentary consultation, because this could be the moment that everything starts to shift. And I would be honored to walk this journey with you.